Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. To my returning subscribers, thank you, and to the new people, welcome. I am Matiba Wafa Coffee. If you want to know more about me, you can go check out my previous video. That's where I did like a get to know me tag, so you can get to know me better. But I know my energy is not as high today. I'm not usually like this. To my new people, I'm not usually like this. But I've been getting like a lot of texts because I haven't dropped anything this week. So people have been asking me, when are you dropping? When are you dropping? But I've just been having a very long week. Like there was a point where I didn't even know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday because there's just been a lot going on. And also with what happened in SA with us losing Ricky Rick, may soul rest in peace. It triggered a lot of emotions for me, as much as it triggered a lot of emotions for other people as well. But before it happened, I was already just going through a phase, and then that happened, and then it just made me feel so miserable. Like, it literally ruined my day. For those that have me on WhatsApp, I was posting it the whole day. And I'm sure people are thinking, he's just an artist. Y'all are not even close. But you need to understand that the most painful thing about death is not usually the fact that you're not going to see the person again. It's how it happened. So with me, it triggered me a lot. And I think I'm just doing this so you guys can understand. Because at first I thought I was not going to record because I'm not okay. But then again, I thought to myself, my YouTube channel is about me. So if I am feeling down, you guys need to know. If I'm not okay, you guys deserve to know. Like, I dragged you guys into this, so I feel like you deserve to know every single little part of what's going on. So okay, so this is what happened. Like 2 years ago, we in 2020, right? 2022. In 2020, I lost a friend to suicide. So I've been trying to get over that. So when I see how many people are like still committing suicide, I realize how serious it is and how bad it is. And I just think to myself, is it ever gonna end? Because also, what happened with my friend was, he was actually my best friend. So we were like so close. So you do understand that when someone commits suicide and you're like so close to them, you also you get to a point where you blame yourself because you're thinking, and I didn't notice. So with me, it was different. What happened was, okay, like this person was my best friend. When I say best friend, I mean like bestie, like literally bestie. Like my mom became his mom. It was like that close, to a point where I still have his clothes at my place. Like there's a time where he's just gonna come shower, and it's so odd for a guy to be like that at your place. But my parents had even like adjusted to the fact that, you know what, this is her friend and there's nothing we can do about it. He'd go to my place when I'm not around, because I studied in Tref and he was in Venda. So he'd go to my place when I'm not around and all that. Like, this person was my best friend. So, sorry about that. So, yeah. So we were good. Although I knew he had like a couple of problems that he was going through, but I just didn't know how serious it was. Okay, I knew it was serious, but I didn't think it was like suicide serious. Up until like in somewhere in 2019, I was not around, and he sent me, I was at church, I remember, it was a Sunday. He sent me a text, something that sounded like he wants to take his life or whatever. So I left the hall, I went outside, I tried to call him, he was not picking up. Sent him messages. So I ended up calling one of our mutual friends. She was at Bloom at the time, and I was like, I know you're not close to him. I know you guys are not together, but if we can like call her, if a lot of people can call him, then he's gonna understand that this is actually serious. So I think when she called, he picked up, and then they spoke. I went back to the hall because I was at church. I continued texting. Well, me and the other friend were texting as well, because we were just trying to, you know, make sure that he doesn't do it. So we were like scared, terrified. I remember texting him. I'm like, do you want me to give the pastor the phone? And then that's when he responded. He's like, no, I'm going to be fine. Although I didn't believe it, because he was really going through a lot. So okay, fast forward, he became fine for some point. He became fine. He was studying and all that. And then in 2020, that was when I returned back home because I was done with my studies. So for like the whole year, I was at home. So we're basically always together. We used to go out together and all that and all that. So this is when he was almost like part of my family. Because every day when I cook, he's gonna text me, "Are you done cooking?" And then I'm like, "I'm done." He comes, he eats, and then we chill around 10, 11. He watches like from, black people in South Africa, from Skeem Saam to Dip City to whatever. We'll watch all that together. And then, okay, I don't remember if it was Dip City at that time. But all I'm saying is he'd leave literally around 11. He was just part of my family like that. And then I would just walk him by the gate and then he leaves. All right, cool. So I'm still trying to explain to you guys how close we were and how I lived with this person each and every day of my life. And I still didn't know. So it was in July 1st. That was when we had like a visual graduation because of COVID. So him and my family, okay, we did it together, but he did most of the work. So we planned like a graduation bride thing. People came over. He was the one doing the cooking and whatever. It was a very beautiful experience. I remember he made a speech. He used to love attention. Like especially if he's wearing like a new top, he's just gonna make a speech. So he made a speech and all that. It was beautiful. And he was saying a lot of emotional stuff, but I know him for words. Like, he's that one friend that's gonna tell me he loves me out of nowhere. So for me, it was just like, this is my friend being him again. Psh, whatever. And like, it was just a clown. He used to make everyone laugh and all that. So in my head, I knew that if we give him the platform, he's just gonna make people laugh. So he made a speech. It was very touchy, talking about how, no, my friend has made it. I'm so proud of you, blah, 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 blah. It's cool. That one passed, right? That was my graduation party. It was July. So fast forward to my mom's birthday in August. We did the same thing. This time around, it was him and I planning it. So, guys, I look really cute from that mirror. I don't know about here, but yeah. So we planned it and it was beautiful. He even gave the speech as the firstborn. That's how serious it is. So he spoke before me. Imagine. He gave a whole speech as to how my mom became his mom when he needed like a parent, because he lost his mom when we were like doing our matric. So yeah, it was like that. Okay, that was in August, right? September, it was a good month. I think also the lockdown regulations were going down a bit. We were going out like crazy, like we were going out. When I say out, I mean out, like almost everywhere. Because remember, I'm also not working at that point. So we're always together. We're always going out. It's every weekend. Even my mom like just got tired of complaining. And then October, this was my birthday. So I was not around and things were a little bit rough for him. This was actually the first year where he did not get me a gift. It was just like, boy. And then he's like, no, I'm gonna make a plan. I'm like, no worries. It was actually very cute. And I didn't even expect him to buy me like luxurious stuff. I just loved the fact that one would never miss my birthday. Like for me, it was just like, there's no way. I remember in 2019, he got me like a pair of jeans. So I'm like, dude, these jeans are expensive. How did you afford them? So what happened was, he went out with his uncle. They went shopping, and then he picked those ladies' jeans. So they asked, dude, why are you picking ladies' jeans? Like, no, I'm buying them for my girlfriend. Meanwhile, he meant me. I was not his girlfriend, but yeah. So he used to go for like extra miles. Like, he taught me how to drive. I first drove like a car with his car, because after matric he got a car. So I drive his car, and I remember, you know how sensitive parents are. So his dad would be like, don't let anyone drive your car. So this one time I was driving his car. So I was still learning. Yeah, like sitting like this and all that. So I was still learning. I was driving his car. We could see his dad's car at the back. He was like, you know what? Just drive as fast as you can. And now I'm scared. I'm thinking, dude, it's like, drive as fast as you can. We're just going to take a short left as long as we lose him. I don't want him to see us. Honey, that guy saw us already because he like flicked his lights like this. And then we took another turn. So it's cool. We drive back home. And then when we get to my place, as he was dropping me off, he's like, dude, since that nigga saw us, we need to make a plan. And we need to come up with a solid explanation. And I'm like, okay, what solid explanation? It's like, okay, cool. Since you're wearing that top, let's switch tops so that I'm just gonna say I'm the one that was driving. Because he obviously just saw the top and the hair. I had braids on, something similar to this. And I'm like, dude, but the hair. He's like, we don't care. Right now we just need to come up with a plan. So he literally went home wearing my top. It looked like a crop top nyana. But it was the most hilarious thing ever. So I'd talk for like the whole day when it comes to my friend. But let me get to the suicide part, right? So it was a Monday. It was a Monday. At that point, I had gotten a job. I was working somewhere at home. So that day I was not feeling well at all. You know when your spirit is just like so low. So I decided, let me knock off early. I asked my boss and I was like, I was not feeling well. I knocked off early. I went home around 12-ish because I usually knock off at like 4-5. I went home around 12. And then let me not talk about the day it happened. So it happened on Monday, but 2 nights before, on Saturday. So on Saturday we met at some place at home called Jerusalem, right? So he's wearing my cap. I can see he's wearing my cap. And I'm like, this person has lost one of my caps. I think he used to take stuff from me and then give them to his girlfriends. I don't know what was going on. But he was wearing my cap and I see him, he's drunk as hell. And I'm like, man, why are you wearing my cap? And then we start arguing because he's drunk. And I'm so annoyed because I know the minute he has it on, he's going to lose it. And I'm annoyed at the fact that he went to my place when I was not there, opened my room, opened my closet and took my cap. And that was like my only cap, my last cap, the only cap that I had. It's cool. So he tried explaining, but he's drunk. So it's not making sense. I'm like, you know what? I'm so mad at you. Don't even talk to me right now. And then he sent one of his friends to come. He's like, no, your brother says, because he used to tell people we are like siblings. He's like, no, your brother is like, I must come talk to you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, tell him to just get out of my face. I don't want to talk to him right now. Because in my head, I was thinking, I know he's going to come in the morning and apologize and we're going to be cool. But the fact that I know he's not going to have my cap in the morning was just something else. Because I know he loses everything wherever he goes. So it's cool. So we had a mini argument. That was Saturday night. Sunday morning, he didn't show up. And then Sunday, I went on a boat cruise with my friends. So the friends that came to fetch me were like, no, Mono just passed here. And I think they just greeted him or something, like he passed my house. Which was very weird because he never really like passes my house. Whenever he's next to my place, he has to go in. That is just like how it is. So it's cool. Monday, I come back from work and then I take a nap. I was just feeling tired. I felt like I've got a weight on my shoulders. I was feeling really, really tired. And then I went to, and then I woke up. No, my mom woke me up. I was told, because we've got like apartments back home that people rent out. So at that time, because I was home, I was the one managing them. So they told me there are people that want to go for viewing. So I need to go like take them there. So I wake up, I'm getting dressed, and then my mom comes. She's like, yo, there's like a lot of police vans that passed here, and then they are looking for your friend's house. So I don't wanna be saying like people's surnames. Like, yeah, but the surname. Yes, I can say his name is my friend, but I feel like if I drag his surname into this, it's just not fair for like part of the family that hasn't healed and all that. So cool. And then my mom tells me they're looking for Wano's house, and I'm like, okay. Because they've got rentals as well at his house. I am thinking something happened. I'm thinking like someone was started with drugs or something. And I'm like, child, this nigga better call me in time because I want to know what's going on. So I wake up, I'm changing. I want to go help people with viewing. I'm like, okay, cool. So my mom was like, yo, this thing is probably not a small matter because those police vans were like a lot. And I'm like, yo, that nigga's going to tell me what happened. So as soon as I'm done with the viewing, I'm going to go past his place and then I'm going to understand what's going on. Because he never really had like a phone. Like he always loses phones. He never really had like a solid number. Every day it was, if I still have like, I probably have like 9 of his numbers as we speak. Because I still haven't deleted his numbers. So it's cool. And then I go to the place, to the viewing place. I take the people there. As we are busy viewing, my friend is calling me. Because I stay at this street and then the upper street is where he stays, and one of our friends as well. She was studying in Cape Town. She's studying in Cape Town. So she calls me all the way from Cape Town. She's like, bro, my little sister is telling me that there's like a lot going on at Wano's place. I'm like, okay. It's probably just maybe the tenants had a fight or something. And then she was like, no. Apparently they went upstairs and his room, he's the only one that has a room upstairs. Yeah, no. Even the little brother. But the thing is, the little brother was with my friend's little sister. So if they're both together and something is happening upstairs, it has to be in his room, or it has to be something about his dad or something. So I'm like, okay, all right, just calm down. Let me finish up with this. So as I'm busy showing the people, yeah, this is the bathroom, this is what, this is what, this is how you go in. And then my friend calls again. She's like, apparently the police left. No, not the police left. Apparently, there's like three ambulances. Does it make sense? Yo guys, mara ambulance, that's what I'm saying. Or the ambulance taro, that's what I'm saying. So they came through, and then that's when I'm starting to like freak out now. But I'm like, no man, my friend is a boss. What could possibly happen to that nigga? That nigga is my protection. He's strong as hell. So nothing happened to him. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe it's his dad. I'm like, okay, it's fine. Then like after 2 minutes, she calls again. She's like, dude, you need to go. Apparently there's like forensic and all that. And I'm like, okay, this is getting scary. Whether it's him or his dad, I need to go now because whatever is happening, he needs me, right? So I told those people, I literally just left the keys there. I'm like, guys, you know where my house is? Please take the keys there after you're done viewing. Like at that point, I just didn't care if they take whatever. I was just like, you know what? I need to go do this. And so since those people fetched me, I had to walk there because now I can't say drive me to where because these people like are here for viewing. I don't even know them. So it's fine. I walked as fast as I could. I swear I probably got there in like 2 minutes, a minute and a half or so. When I get there, I'm standing downstairs. I can see they've got like those tapes around, and I can see wherever the scene is happening is in his room. So the little brother is young, right? He was still so numb. He was on a bicycle because there's like people now, they're like cars standing right in front of his gate, and then he's like, go see your friend, he killed himself. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense. He's like, no, go upstairs. For some reason, I wanted so much to see, but I was like, if this guy is saying he shot himself, it's not gonna make sense. Like for me, I can't deal with blood. So I need to go see blood. I need to go see like a gun. I need to go see my best friend lying in a pool of blood. And I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I really can't do this. So I just stood there and my tears were like flowing. Like, oh guys, I remember it like it was yesterday. Like I cried so much, and now it's my responsibility. I'm the one in Venda alone. I need to call his friends. So the first person I called was Funi, because they were like pretty close as well. I called her because I knew my other friend from Cape Town knows already by now, because everyone is just there by the streets and this is her street. So I called Funi and I tell her what happened, and she just broke down. I swear I was frustrated. I'm telling you that even when I saw his body leave, because he was wrapped and all, when they came up from upstairs, I still didn't believe it. Like, it was a Monday, it happened on Monday. I left, I went home. Some of my friends came to see me. Most of the people that came to see me will tell you I was not crying, because I was still trying to make sense of the situation. Like, it did not make any sense to me. It did not make any sense. So I was just like, okay, what is going on? Like, some of the people who drove from wherever they came from just to come check on me. I remember I was sitting outside in the dark at home for the longest time. What's wrong with these things? Sitting outside in the dark for the longest time, because I still couldn't make sense of the situation. And now I'm thinking, because we had an argument on Saturday, is this the reason why this time around he couldn't give me a heads up, or just send me a text, or just leave me a note or anything? How did it happen so fast? Like, we had like so many plans together. Like, he was a very business-minded person. He was just too playful to start. So whenever he came up with something, I was the one that would say, okay, dude, we really need to do this. We are doing this. Like, we really need to do this. So it was something that just, I literally felt like a piece of my heart was taken. Like, there's a hole drilled. Like, I cried the whole night. I remember I tried taking shots. You know, when you take at least 7 shots and you don't even feel tipsy, like, everything was just moving in a different wave. Like, yo guys, I swear you don't want to lose a best friend. It was crazy. And especially when you guys talk about everything and now you're thinking, I could have done something. Like, I could have went and see him on Monday the minute I came back from work, so we can settle our issues. Because that, according to my calculations, whatever happened the time I came back from work, the time I got home and decided I want to sleep instead. So I'm thinking I could have done something, like I could have helped him or something, but I couldn't do it because I was just so focused on myself. I was just so focused on my own problems. And okay guys, I'm sorry about that, but I'm back now. So I was still explaining how I blame myself a lot. Like I blame myself a lot. I just felt like he couldn't come to me because I was mad at him and all that. So when I think of this whole depression thing, thinking of how depression was what killed him, and I fell into depression after that. So I'm trying so hard to be strong. So I fell into depression and I didn't even know it. So this is the point that I'm getting to. I want to talk about how a lot of people are depressed, but they just don't know it. Do you understand? Because when I fell into depression, because he passed away November, December, I went, me and my other friend, because it was usually always the three of us. So we went to Cape Town for like a vacation. I think we stayed for like 2 to 3 weeks. Because, okay, immediately after it happened, we buried him and all that. I was just drinking a lot. Like I was just trying to, and I was not even going to work. I think I quit my job after that. I never went back to the office after my friend's funeral. So I just tried not to feel it. Like I was doing everything to ignore it. I'd just drink a lot and go out. Like I avoided being home because I'm thinking when I'm home is like that period where people are watching like soapies. I wouldn't be in the living room and I'd try not to be home because I'm thinking this is the part where we're probably going to be arguing about what he thinks about that, what I think about that. And then my mom is going to force me to go make food for him and then force me to give him like a swab so he can wipe his hands. And I'm like, this guy's not even my husband. Like stuff like that. Like every single time I'm in the living room, all those memories are flashing. So I tried so much to ignore it and just stay away from home, make sure I'm not sober. I'll just drink, and then make sure that the minute I go home, it's time for me to sleep. Like, I don't have to think anymore. I just need to go into the shower, take a drunk shower, and go to bed. So my mom wouldn't notice that because it's not like when I come back drunk, she's going to see that I'm drunk. Do you understand? So she'd just think, because usually we're chilling outside, I'm with my friends or something, because people would still come see me like continuously. Like, I've got friends that were very supportive. So I went to Cape Town December. I tried to numb the pain. In Cape Town, it was better because I'm not seeing his street. I'm not driving past his house or just seeing his clothes. So it was way better. And then So in January, I was back. And that's when everything got worse because now it's back to reality. My friend is back in Cape Town. She went back to school. I'm alone. It used to be the three of us. I don't have friends in Vinda that are like as close as we used to be. So I literally just drink, come back. I tried to keep myself busy by all means, but I was not working. Okay, no. At that time, I got another job. Yeah, I got another job. It was like a contract, like a 6 months contract, which was something we were supposed to apply for together. So we both applied, but I got because we applied in November. I got the job in December. I started working the 1st of December. And then we closed. That's when I went to Cape Town. So, yeah, it was all fun and whatever. I was trying to keep myself busy. I didn't really know I was depressed. Because to me, it was just me trying not to feel the pain. So I just keep myself busy. I just be all over the place, doing this, doing that. I used to love helping people a lot also at that point because I'm trying to get people that will tell me problems that are bigger than mine. I'm just trying to be there for people because I'm thinking I couldn't be there for my friend. So at least I must just talk to people and all that. So yeah, up until the person that I was seeing noticed it. He was like, what is actually wrong with you? And like, no, I think my little brother saw it first. He's like, dude, you are literally always drunk, and then in the morning you're hungover, you wake up, you do your morning chores, you sleep, and then you go do the same thing again. Like it was a routine, right? So we spoke about it, and then I was like, okay, maybe I need to see a therapist because that's when my ex was complaining. Is like, no, you can't leave like this. What's really going on? Okay, cool. And then I got to see a psychologist. I had my first session. That's when I realized that fuck it, I am really depressed. Like, this is not even funny. I had changed my eating. Like, I wouldn't eat. Like, I just drank. I was not even eating right. I was not doing anything right. Like, I was not having enough sleep, because I only sleep when I'm drunk. The minute I'm sober, I want to wake up and be busy again, because I don't want to be in bed and think. Like, I'm really, really trying to fight this. So we went to, where's this? I went to my first session, and it went fine. The lady told me that the first step is to like get a picture of him and try telling him how I feel. Because also he didn't have a memorial, so I didn't get to talk about him as much. This is actually the first time I'm talking about my friend like that. So I went to a memorial. No, man, not a memorial. What am I saying? I'm even losing my words. I took his picture. I did the whole talking thing. It helped a little. And then after that, it was just like, what do I do next? Because this pain just won't end. Like, if I tell you there's a point where I avoided using his street. Like, I'd take a longer drive just so I don't pass his house, just so I don't see his house. When I see his little brother, because he's a kid, he's fine. He'd ask me questions, or he's just trying to talk to me. And I just want to break down in front of him, but I never would, because also I had to understand that for as much as I'm hurting, imagine his siblings, they are hurting more. So I just try and avoid everything, like, because also during his funeral, perhaps we had like printed shirts. I'd literally sleep next to that shirt and then hide it when someone comes in, because it made me feel like I'm close to him. I also wanted to do like a portrait and put it in my room, but at the same time, I want to heal. For as much as I'm still hurting, I really want to heal. So what I'm saying is, I think we need to take our mental health serious, because I lost a friend to depression, and then I got depressed as well. I don't know how many of us got depressed after my friend passed, because he was really close to a lot of people. And I just want you guys to normalize. You see, the way you've got your dentist appointments once a month or twice or whatever, do that with your mental health as well, because it's as serious, and people don't want to look at it like that, although it's like a very, very serious. I didn't know I was depressed till I went in there. And then I know I'm still not fine, but at least I know I'm dealing with it. At least I know how to attack situations when they come. I know how to react to stuff. So you guys really need to take care of your mental health. Like, mental health is a big issue, especially in our country, like the pressure. So in the meantime, as you are going through your own stuff, or if you're okay, let's say you do go for therapy, the least you can do is just to be nice to people. You don't know what people are going through. Like, my friend was the happiest person in the world. Like I said, he was a clown. He was the happiest person in the world, but I knew what he was going through. My mom knew, and other people knew, but the people outside saw him as a happy person. Like, they saw him as a happy person. So just be nice to whoever. Like, I was seeing a lot of Ricky's videos, and I was listening to how he was always preaching love and all that. That is exactly how we should live. And I think it's the most suicidal people that always preach love, and they're always happy and all that. So irrespective of what a person is going through, like, you don't have to wait for someone to tell you this person is not fine in order for you to be nice. You just need to be nice to everyone. Be nice to the young people. Be nice to the older people. Just be nice to everyone. Like, have the right choice of words. I think also words go beyond, bruh. Like, we just say things and we put it in a way, or I don't care, I don't give a fuck, I am a very blunt person, I say whatever I want to say. Stop that. Stop saying you say whatever you want to say. Just be nice to people. Watch what you say. Watch how you approach people. Even if you are just at a shopping center, if you see someone looking nice, like, approach them and tell them, you look good, I love your shoes, because it goes a long way. People are going through stuff, and they're actually just out there just to try and feel better. Like I said on my previous video, when I'm sad, I go out. Like I just go to the mall, probably have coffee or whatever. So imagine how it would feel for me to go out thinking I'm depressed or just having one of those anxiety days. And then someone walks up to me and says, "You're beautiful." I know it doesn't heal me, but it makes me feel better. So just be nice to people and go check on yourselves, guys. Like, a lot of you are depressed and you don't know it. And the day a suicidal thought is going to hit you, you're not even going to get time to write a note. You're just going to do it. So to avoid that, I think we should check up on our friends, check up on ourselves as well. There isn't much we can do, I know, but at least let's try. Because also, I think I did mention that I started a foundation that deals with mental health. That was one of the things that pushed me to start that, because I couldn't save my friend, but I feel like I can save other kids. And as I go on my tours, I'm getting people that are mentally broken, and the fact that I am helping them through that and making them realize that it's not the end of the world, it actually gives me a little bit of peace, because I'm thinking I couldn't do it for him, but I can save another child. I'm not trying to save the whole of South Africa or the whole world, but if I can save 2 kids, that means a lot to me. That is 2 lives. That is like 2 doctors, 2 presidents, or people that are just going to change the world in the next coming years. So just be nice to people. Be nice to yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Also, with us youth, it's mostly social media pressure. Don't be too hard on yourself. No one said you should have a car at 25 or have an apartment at a certain age. The thing is, we want to put a life schedule on how we want things to happen, and then we forget that this is actually God's world. This is how he wants it to happen. If he wants you to drive at 30, you're going to drive at 30. So it doesn't matter if my neighbor just bought an apartment and we went to school together, but she got a job first. Yes, she got a job first, and that is a congratulations. Stop putting so much pressure on yourselves, thinking, like, especially with girls, we just have unnecessary pressure. She has clear skin, I don't. She has what. It's the little things that pile up and form depression. So please deal with your mental health, guys. Please deal with your mental health. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm also still dealing. Hence, I'm bringing it up to you guys. It's not one of the happiest videos I've made, but I just felt like I need to let that out. I'm actually going out now. I just felt like I need to shoot this before I go out. I'm going to have fun because this week has been long and heavy. Like, it's been so heavy. The minute I heard of Ricky's death, the whole thing replayed in my head, and I was like, you know what? I don't even want to get out of the house. I just, whew. Guys, I'm sorry if this video triggered a lot of you guys, but I had to do it. So thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel. Continue sharing my links. I love you guys so much, and I promise I'm gonna try and come back with a happier video with no red eyes this time around. I love you guys so much, and I am what I am because of you guys. So please continue subscribing and sharing to your friends, taking like snippets of my videos and posting them on your apps. It really helps me get a lot of subscribers. We're actually on a road to 300 subscribers, which is a very good thing because I've been on YouTube for like what, a month or 2. So it's like a very good accomplishment. So also with this video, I was not trying to hurt you guys. I was just trying to tell you guys what your fave is going through. But don't worry, I'm gonna be okay. And thank you guys so much, and I love you guys so much, and have a beautiful day. If you're gonna watch this during the day, have a beautiful night. However, I love you guys so much, and peace out. Thank you.